Hello guys, today we are going to the movie review. Movie name is Hopper. Hopper is a gripping action drama that explores themes of resilience, redemption, and the raw human spirit. The film centers around the life of Hopper, a former soldier turned villains who navigate a tough world filled with crime and corruption. The movie boasts a compelling storytelling that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats with intense action sequences and emotionally charged moments. The performances are stand out, particularly the lead actor who delivers a powerful portrayal of Hopper's internal struggles and unwavering determinations, and the supporting cast completed the narrative well, adding depth and complexity to the story. Directions is right with the gritty visual style that enhance the film intense atmosphere. The soundtrack and cinematography worked together to create visual experience, immersing viewers into Hopper's world. While some may find the plot a bit predictable at times, the film executions and emotional depth make it worthwhile watch. Overall, Hopper is a thrilling movie that combines action with meaningful storytelling, making it a must-watch for fans of the genre. It leaves a lasting impressions with its blend of adrenaline, pumping scenes, and heartfelt moment. Would you like and more detailed analysis for some specific aspect of the film highlighted? Hopper's film review. Hopper's is a pretty intense action drama that delves deep into the complexities of humans' resilience, redemption, and the fight against inner and outer demonstrated with the keen eye of realism and emotional depth. The film views a powerful narrative that keeps viewing engrossed from the start to finish. Plot summary: the story follows Hopper, a former soldier who has been taught the bringer of war and personal loss, hunted by his past and struggling to find this palace in a chaotic world. Hoppers become embroiled in a cycle of violence and beginnings. The film explores his journey as he seeks justice, confronting corrupt authorities, criminal gangs, and his own inner turmoil. The plot is layered with twists and turns, revealing the complexity of Hopper's character and Christmas dance that shaped him performance. The performance is Hopper are expectationally. The lead actor delivers a raw, authentic portrayal of a man torn between his desire for peace and the necessity to fight back. His announced performance captured the emotional scars of war, the normal ambiguities of his actions, and his relentless driving for redemption. The supporting cast also shines, providing complexity character that add depth and dimensions of to the story. The antagonist is particular is portrays with now menus and complexity, making conflict more layered and engaging. Direction and cinematography. The director's vision is evident in the film's gritty visual style. The cinematography employs stark Lighting, distorted colors, and dynamic camera work to hide the tension and immerse viewers into Hopper's world. Scans are shot with the wind circle, immediately making the audience feel like they are right there is the think of the actions. The pacing is deliberate but never slot meaning a tense atmosphere throughout the soundtrack. The sound design, the sound track complement the film's tones, perfectly blending intense musical scores with ambient sound that enhance the immersive experience. The sound design amplifies the brutality and emotional stakes of each scans, whether it's a quiet moment of introversion or an actions, explosive confrontations, themes, and message. Its core Hooper is meditations on redemption and the human's capacity for change. It questions whether violence can ever truly lead to justice and whether a person scarred by their past can find peace. The film also examines themes of loyalty, sacrifice, and moral gray areas that defines humans nature. It challenges you to consider the cost of revenge and the possibility of salvations even in the darkest circumstance. Strength, powerful, authentic performance, visuals, striking cinematography, strong emotional charge, storytelling, intense action sequence balanced with heartfelt moment, thought-provoking themes, weakness. Some points may feel predictable to seasoned viewers. A few characters who could have been developed more deeply. The film gritty tools might not appeal to everyone. Overall impressions. Hooper is a compelling and visceral film that stands out in the action drama genre. It combines adrenaline pumping sequence with meaningful storytelling, create a movie that resonates long after the credits roll. Whether you are a fan of intense action, character-driven story, or thought-provoking themes, Hopper offers a well-grounded cinematic experience that is both entertaining and meaningful. Final verdict. If you are looking for a film that combines raw emotional storytelling with explosive action, Hopper is definitely worth your time. It's a gritty, intense, and ultimately hopeful story about fighting for what's right, even then the odds are so stacked against you. Must watch for fans of realistic action drama that don't stay away from exploring complex human emotions. In depth review of Hopper is a hard-hitting, historical action drama that pushes the boundaries of conventional storytelling with its genre. It is a film that not only delivers adrenaline fueled sequence but also explores profound themes of trauma, redemption, moral ambiguity, and resilience of the human spirit with raw and gritty aesthetic. Hopper embraced viewers into a world where legends lurk around every corner and where characters are often forced to confront their deepest fear and darkest impulses. Plot analysis at its core, Hopper is a story of survivals and transformations. The protagonist Hopper is introduced as a man hunted by his past, especially the horror of war, personal loss, and a life marred by violence. The narrative follows his relocated descent into a world of crime and fatalism as he seeks justice for those who cannot protect himself. The storytelling is layered with complex moral dilemmas, blurring the lines between right and wrong, hero and villains. Throughout the film, Hooper is faced with escalating conflict involving corrupt law enforcement, ruthless criminal gangs, and his own internal struggle. The plot is intricately woven, featuring moments of tense actions, emotional vulnerability, and unexpected plot twists that keep the audience engaged. The screenplay effectively Uh, effectively balance whimsical action scans with quieter introspective movement that reveal Hopper's humanity and vulnerability, performance, and character development. One of the film's strongest aspects is its stellar cast, particularly the lead actor portraying Hopper. His performance is a tool de force, raw, authentic, and emotionally charged. He convincingly portrayed a man raw between his past and present, embodying both the physicality of hardened fight and the emotional scars of someone seeking redemption. The character's development is not allowing viewers to understand Hopper's motivation, fears, and moral conflict deeply. Supporting characters are also well developed, each adding layers to the story. The antagonist, for instance, is not portrayed as a simple villain but as a complex figure with their own motivations and vulnerability, which add depth to the conflict. The relationship between characters, be it cumulative betrayals or moment of compositions, are portrayed realistic, enhancing the emotional stakes of the narratives. Direction and cinematography. The director's vision is evident in the film visual style. Hooper employ a gritty, almost documentary like aesthetic characters by distorted color, stark lighting, contrast, and handheld camera work. This approach embraces viewers in Hooper's Blinker dangerous world and amplifies the sense of immediately and realism. The cinematography is masterfully executed with dynamic framing and inventive shot compositions that heighten tension and drama. Action scenes are not shot with clearly and intensity, making the audience feel as if they are in the middle of the shows. The use of slow motions during key moment adds some emotional weight, emphasizing the gravity of certain actors' actions. Soundtrack and sound design. The film sound complement its tone perfectly, a combination of steadying scores and ambient sound put an impressive atmosphere that collision between God's introspection and exploration, violence. The sound design amplifies every part's consort and explosions, making the actions sequence visual and impactful. The music also underscores the emotional speed, reinforcing the film themes of hope, despair, and resilience. Themes and message Hoppers tackles a myriad of themes that resonate deeply with viewers. Redemption and forgiveness. The film questions whether true redemption is possible for someone broken by their past and explore the possibility of forgiveness, both self-forgiveness and from others. Moral ambiguity it challenges viewers to consider the grave of morally there. Sometimes the right choice is complex and costly. Trauma and healing. The movie portrays trauma as a lasting impact and Andrew's path toward healing. Justice versus vengeance. It examines the the line between justice and revenge, prompting viewers to reflect on what motivates true justice. Resilience of the human spirit despite overwhelming odds, hope, resilience, and redemption serve as a testament to the indomitable human spirit strength. Deeply layered storytelling with emotional depth, outstanding lead performance with compelling character arc, visually impressive cinematography and gritty aesthetic, well choreographed action sequence thought out provoking themes that linger long after viewing, strong supporting cast that add depth and nuance weakness. Some plot point might feel predictable or formulaic for seasoned genre fans. A few characters could benefit from more detailed backstories. The film's dark and gritty tone might not appeal to viewers seeking lighter entertainment at times. The pacing might feel uneven, especially during introspective sequence. Final thought. Hopper stands out as a powerful example of modern action drama that refuses to stay away from difficult themes. It combines adrenaline pumping actions with emotional storytelling, creating a cinematic experience that is both thrilling and thought-provoking. The film's explorations of redemption, trauma, and resistance make it more than just a typical villain movie. It's a reflection on the human's conditions. For viewers who appreciate movies that challenge their moral perspective while delivering intense entertainment, Hopper is an absolute must-watch. Its raw authenticity, compelling performance, and thematic depth ensure that it will resonate long after the credits roll. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and a reminder that even in the darkest moment, hope and redemption are possible. complete and extended review of Hopper. Hopper is an intense, gritty, and emotionally charged action drama that boldly ventures into the darker corner of human existence. It is a compelling cinematic piece that combines musical action, a sequence with profound storytelling, exploring themes of human redemption, morally and resistance, directed with a keen edge for realism and emotional nuance. Hopper aims to challenge its audience both visually and intellectually, making it a must-watch for fans of hard-edged, thought-provoking cinema. Plot deep dive. At the heart of Hopper lies a complex narrative that follows the journey of its titular characters. Hopper, a man who past in is riddled with violence, loss, and regret. The film opens with the stark portal of Hopper's current life and existence, marked by solitude, internal conflict, and relentless desire for justice. As the stories unfold, viewers are taken through a series of flashbacks that reveal Hopper's tumultuous story, his days as a soldier in a brutal war, the personal tra- tragedies that shaped him, and his subsequent descent into a life of crime and negligence. The plot intricately weaves themes of moral ambiguity and human fragility. Hopper's quest for vengeance is fueled by the loss of loved ones and the betrayal of trust, which propel him into dangerous confrontations with corrupt law enforcement officially and ruthless criminal organizations. This conflict are devastated with brutal honesty, emphasizing the toll of violence on both body and soul. Throughout the movie, the narrative explores whether Hopper's actions are justified, for they prepare a cycle of violence that only leads to more pain. The film does not provide easy answer, but intends present a layered explorations of justice and morally. The story culminates a series of intense confrontations that test Hopper's resolve, morality, and capacity of forgiveness, characters development, and performance. Hopper's portrayal masterfully a lead actor whose name is synonymous with gritty realism is characters of profound complexity from the outset. The actor delivers a nuanced performance that captures the sense of a man haunted by his past, yet driven by an unyielding sense of purpose. Hopper's internal struggle are depicted through subtle facial expressions, body language, and emotionally charged dialogue. Supporting character enrich the narrative's portrayal, each adding depth and perspective to Hopper's world. This conflict Elihu questions the morality of their action, and tragic figures representing the collateral damage of violence and antagonists whose motives are layered with shades of grey. These characters are given sufficient development to avoid stereotype making every encounter and confrontations meaningful. The film also explored Hopper's relationships, moment of genius. Turner emits shows that humanize him and make his journey relatable. His interactions with loved ones, rivals, and victims are portrayed with emotional authenticity, allowing viewers to connect deeply with his plagued direction and cinematic style. The director's vision is evident in every frame of Hooper's. The visual style is raw, encompassing, and designed to evoke a visceral response. The use of distorted color palettes, high contrasting lighting, audience directed into Hooper's gritty world. Cinematography is both artful and functional. Action scans are choreographed with tracing, capturing the hues and brutality of combat without sacrifice. Clarify slow motion shot during powerful moment heightens emotional impact, emphasizing the significance of each decision and conjugations. The directors expertly balance fragmenting sequence with quiet contemplative moment as quieter scans allow for character introspections, giving viewers insight into Hopper's cycle and themes underlying the story. Sound and music. The film's sound design is meticulous, amplifying the whimsical nature of the actions while also creating an atmospheric backdrop that underscores emotional beat. Every gunshot, punch, and explosions is rendered with clarity and impactful, embracing viewers in the chose. Soundtrack complements the tone perfectly, alternating between blustering, intense scores during action sequence and sublime ambient music during atmospheric moment. This dynamic use of sound amplify tension, suspense, and emotional resonance, making the cinematic experience impressive and visceral. Thematic thesis and philosophical underpinning. Hopper is not merely an action movie but a philosophical exploration of some of life's most profound questions. Redemption, the forgiveness can man scarred by violence and loss find peace. The film examines whether the true redemption is achievable and at what cost. Morality in a grey world, the film challenged the black and white notions of good virtue, evil, revealing that moral choices are often complex and frugal, fraught with sacrifice, trauma, and healing. Its portrays trauma as an inevitable cause, illustrating that healing is arduous and often non-linear. Justice versus revenge. Hopper questioned whether revenge leads to justice to simply prepare a cycle of violence. Resilience and Hopper, despite the blackness, the film emphasizing the resilience of the human spirit, showcasing Hopper's unwavering determinations to serve and seek meaning. The film narrative invites viewers to reflect on their own moral compass, the nature of justice, and the capacity for change within even the most broken individuals. strength, and unique qualities. Comprising realism, the film's gritty aesthetic and authentic performance make it feel like a real-world document rather than a stylized fantasy. Complex characters, multi-dimensional character with believable motivation, deep emotional engagement, powerful visuals, cinematography that use lighting, framing, and camera work to heighten tensions and emotional impact. Thought-provoking themes. The film includes philosophical reflections, elevating it beyond typical action fare. Stellar sound design. The impressive soundscape amplifies every moment, heightening suspense and emotional depth. The film balances violence with tenderness, showing that even in darkness, human connections persist, weakness, and criticisms. Well, Hopper is a remarkable film. It is not without flaws. Predictably, how plot development may seem familiar or predictable to seasoned viewer of action thriller characters with depth. A few supporting characters could be fleshed out more fully to deepen the narrative pacing issues. Certain slower introspective sequence may test viewers' patience, especially if expecting relentless action tones. The dark and gritty tone will effect might not appeal to all audience, particularly those seeking lighter entertainment, violence, the graphic violence not integral to the story could be putting for sensitive viewers. Final verdict. Upper stand as a compelling rating to divorce the combines intense action with meaningful storytelling. It is a film that challenges viewers to confront uncomfortable truth about morality, trauma, and the possibility of redemption. The film's authenticity, momentum, depth, and thematic richness make it more than just a typical resilience from action movie. It is a reflection on the resilience of the movie. Whether you are a fan of raw realistic cinema or a thinker who appreciates a movie that provokes deep reflection, Hopper offers a cinematic experience that resonates long after the credit roll. It is a testament to the power of storytelling to explore the darkest aspect of human nature while also illuminating the potential for hope and renewal. Complete and extended review of Hooper. Hopper is an international gritty and emotionally charged action drama that boldly ventures into the darkest corner of humans' existence. It is a compelling cinematic piece that combines whimsical action sequences with profound storytelling, exploring themes of trauma, redemption, morality, and resistance. Directions with a keen eye for realism and emotional Hopper aims to challenge its audience both visually and intellectually making it a must-watch for fans of hard-edged, thought-provoking cinema. The narrative of Hopper is layered, multi-faced, and unflinchingly honest. It follows the titular character of former soldier struggling to come to terms with his past as he navigates a complex web of relationship, moral dilemmas of an existential crisis. The film's pacing is deliberations and measured, allowing the audience to absorb the full weight, weight of Hopper's experience and the emotional toll Baby takes on him. Visual Hopper is a masterclass in compositions, lighting, and cinematography. The film's use of muted color palettes and dark, stark natural lighting creates a sense of resilience that draws the viewers into the world of the story. The camera work is often frantic and kinetic, capturing the intense actions sequence with a raw, unpredictable energy that puts the viewers right in the midst of chores. At the same time, the film's quiet moment are shot with a sense of intimacy and vulnerability, allowing the audience to connect with Hopper's on a deeper level. The cast of Hopper delivers performances that are both authentic and compelling. The lead actor brings depth and nuance to the characters of Hopper, conveying the complexity and vulnerability that underlie his thought. Exterior supporting cast is coyly present, bringing a sense of depth and realism to their respective roles. The cinematography between the actors is playable, adding an extra layer of emotional resonance to the story. One of the standout aspects of Hopper. The cast of Hopper delivers performances that are both authentic and compelling. That the lead actor brings a deep depth and nuance to the character of Hopper, conveying the complexity and vulnerability that inherently is doubt. Exterior, the supporting cast is equally impressive, bringing a sense of depth and realism to their respective roles. The cinematic between the actor is playable, adding an extra layer of emotional resonance to the story. One of the standout aspects of Hopper is its exploration of themes that are both timely and timelessly. The films tackles issues of trauma, PTSD, and the long-term effect of war on individuals and society. It also explored the complexity of morality, raising questions about the nature of right and wrong and the gray areas that exist between thought. Its portraits of Hopper's struggles. The film underscores the importance of empty comparisons and understanding is breaking down the bridge that divide as musicals. Hopper's feature at hunting and evocating scores that perfectly capture the mood and atmosphere of the film. The soundtrack is a blend of electronic and archetypal uh, element, creating a sense of tense and uniqueness that complements one no-screen action. The music is often used to underscore key moment is in the story, adding an extra layer of emotional depth to the narrative. Overall, Hopper is a gripping, emotional, charged action drama that will leave lasting impressions on viewer. It thought-provoking themes with several action sequences and outstanding performance make it a must-watch for fans of hard-hitting cinema. With this unflinching portrayal of trauma, redemption, and resilience, Hopper is a film that will stay with you long after the credit rolls. Rating 9.5/10 on recommendations. If you are fans of intense thought provoking cinema, then Hopper is a must watch. By prepared for a visual and emotionally charged experience that will leave you questions the nature of morality and the human conditions. Genre action, drama, thriller, runtime 50 minutes, language English, rating are strong violence, language, and some suggestive context. Cast as Hopper, supporting as director is as director, screenwriter, cinematographer, composer as composer, award and nominations. Complete and extended review of Open Hopper is an intense, gritty, and emotionally charged action drama that boldly venture into the darker corner of human existence. It is a compelling cinematic piece that combines physical action sequence with profound storytelling, exploring themes of trauma, redemption, morality, and resilience. Directions with a keen eye for realism and emotionally Soper aims to challenge its audience both visually and intellectually, making it a must-watch for fans of hard-edged, thought-provoking cinema. The narrative of Hopper is layered, multiple, and unflinchingly honest. It follows the titular characters, complex and deeply flawed individuals as he navigates a world of violence, corruption, and despair throughout a non-linear storytelling approach. The film masterfully fused together a tapestry of fragment memory, each one revealing a piece of Hopper's struggles past and his ongoing struggles to find redemptions. And the action sequences is Hopper are intense and anapologic, showcasing a raw physical energy that propels the viewer through a world of chores and distractions. From the opening frames, it is clear that the filmmakers are committed to deliver a cinematic experience that is both brutal and beauty, a delicate balance that expertly achieved through the combinations of innovations, camera work, heart, pumping music, and outstanding performance. At the heart of Whopper is a powerful performance from the lead actor who brings a depth and nuance to the characters that is nothing short of remarkable. His portrayal is both captivating and heartbreaking, conveying the full range of Hopper's emotions with a subtlety that is both understand and profoundly affected. The supporting cast is equally impressive with its member bringing their own unique to the film. Guns of the story future of Hopper. Its cinematography, which is both stunning and unpolishing. The camera work is bold and innovative, using a range of techniques to capture the gritty. The score is Hooper is another highlighting of the film, perfect capturing the mood of atmosphere of each scales from the hunting beautifully things that now underscore the more introspective moment to emotionally impact. It is a testament to the skill of the composer that the score is seamlessly integrated into the narrative of seeming to anticipate the viewer's emotional response to a sense in deep of themes. Hopper is a film that tackles some of the biggest questions of our time. It is a powerful explorations of the human condition, delving into the darkest corner of the human psyche to uncover the depth of human suffering and the power of human resilience throughout its portrayal of worldly issues. And the film raises important questions about morality, justice, and the nature of redemption. Overall, Opal is a cinematic experience that is both intense and thought-provoking, a film that will leave viewers on the edge of their seats and demanding more with its bold storytelling, innovations, cinematography, and powerful performance. It is a must-watch for fans of hard-edge thought provoking cinema. If you are looking for a film that will challenge you intellectually and emotionally, then Hooper is the perfect choice. In conclusions, it's a masterpiece of cinematography of cinema, a film that will be remembered for years to come as a landmark of the action drama genre with its bold storytelling, innovative cinematography, and powerful performance. It is cinematic experience that will leave viewers on the edge of their seats and demanding more. Sorry guys, you will continue with me. I tell you, new performance that are slow than postport are of that. So, okay guys, continue. Uh, Sorry guys. Okay guys, you now continue with me. Complete and extended review of Hopper. Hopper is an intense, gritty, and emotionally charged action thriller boldly ventured into the darkest corner of human existence. It is a compelling cinematic piece that combines whimsical action sequence with profound storytelling, exploring themes of trauma, redemption, morality, and resilience, directed with the keen eye of a resilient and emotionally nuanced Hopper aims to challenge its audience both visually and intellectually, making it a must-watch for fans of hard-A, thought-provoking cinema. Narrative Hopper is layered, multi-faced, and unflinchingly honest. It follows the titular characters are complex and deeply flawed in individuals as he navigates world for of crime, corruption, and violence through his eyes. Audience transported to a realm of gritty realism where nothing is as it seems, and the lines between good and evil are constantly blurred. One of the standout features of Hopper is its multiple directions with excellent, a keen understanding of pacing, tones, and emotionally resonant. The film's use of sound design, cinematography, and music is equally impressive, each element working in harmony to create a cinematic experience that is both visually stunning and thoroughly impressive. The cast of Hopper delivers performances that are nothing short of phenomenal, bringing depth and nuance to their characters that is both captivating and heartbreaking. The chemistry between the lead is palpable, and their interactions are both fraught with tension and emotions, making for some truly unforgettable scans. As for the themes explored in Hopper, they are both timely and timeless. The film tackles issue of trauma, PTSD, and the long-term effect of violence on individuals and social tragic importance, questions about the nature of humanity and our capability for empathy and compassion. It also explores the complexity of morality, challenging the audience to confirm their own value and basis in the face of difficult choice and circumstance. In terms of the film technique achievement, Hooper is two-day force of cinematography, sound designs, and editing. The camera work is offer breathing, capture the gritty realism of the characters' world with a level of intimacy and immediacy that is both visual and evocating. The sound design is equally impressive with the use of silence and ambient noise that adds to the film's emotional impact and create a sense of honesty and tension. Furthermore, the film's score is a work of art is in its own right perfectly capturing the mood and atmosphere of each sequence and adding depth and complexity to the narrative. The use of music in Hopper's is both subtle and impactful, often providing a contemporary to the actions and emotions on screen that adds an extra layer of meaning and resonance. In conclusion, Hooper is a masterpiece of modern cinema that deserves to be seen by audience anywhere. It's a powerful, thought-provoking, and unflinchingly honest film that challenges its viewers to confront the darker aspect of human nature and to think critically about the world around us. With its masterful directions, phenomenal performance, and technical achievement, Hooper is must watch for anyone who love hard. It is thought-provoking cinema. Rating 5 star. Recommendations. Hopper is the most watched for fans of action drama, crime thriller, and thought-provoking cinema. However, due to its major cinema themes and graphic context, it is not recommendation for viewers under the age of 18. Runtime 2 hours and 15 minutes. Genre action drama crime thriller action and name cast and name rating R for strong violence graphic context and mature themes. Language English. Production company. New. So guys, you tell you how this movie review. Hopper is an intense, gritty, and emotionally charged action drama that boldly ventured into the darker, more nuanced, and deeply personal corner of human existence. It is a compelling cinematic piece that combines visual highs of tense action sequence with profound psychologically complex storytelling exploring themes of trauma, adaptations, morality, and resilience in a way that is both universally relatable and deeply personal direction with a keen eye for realism, emotional nuance, and narrative depth. Upper aims to challenge its audience both visually and intellectually, making it a must was for fans of hard age thought-provoking and unapologetically raw cinema. The narrative of Opus is layered, multifaced, and unflinchingly honest, weaving a complex web of characters, relationships, and plot twists that are both super and delivering it follow the titular characters tutorials and complex figures with a trouble past as a narrative world of crime, violence, and moral ambiguity, struggling to find redemption in a world that offers him determined to keep him down with a superspective cast of characters that are equally complex and multinational. Hopper create a rich, impressive, and deeply engaging cinematic universe that is impossible to look away from throughout the film. The director employs a range of cinematic techniques to create a sense of tension, suspense, and emotionally resonate from the use of stark, naturalistic lighting to the employment of hunting atmospheric scores. Every element of the film's visuals and rural landscape is carefully crafted to create a sense of uncertainty and ultimately release. The film cinematography is equally impressive with a range of innovative camera angles, movement, and compositions that add to the overall sense of tension and energy. One of the standout aspects of Hopper is its commitment to realism. The realism setting characters and plot are all grounded in a deep understanding of the world of crime and violence, drawing on a range of real world influence and inspirations to create a sense of authenticity and persecuted from the film depiction of the gritty, harsh realities of life of the streets to its explorations of the psychologically and emotionally toll of living in a world of crime and violence. Hopper is a film that is unflinchingly honest and ontologically raw in terms of its themes. Hopper is a film that is both deeply personal and universally relatable. It explores a range of complex, nuanced, and deeply human themes, including the nature of trauma, the power of freedom, dedication, and the importance of morality in a world that offers seem determined to keep us down. Throughout its exploration of themes, the film creates a sense of emotional resonance and connecting with its audience, making it a film that is both deeply moving and profoundly thought out provoking. Overall, Hopper is a film that is not to beast with its intense, gritty, and emotionally charged action drama, complex and nuanced characters, and commitment to realism and authenticity. It is a film that is both deeply personal and universally relatable, whether you are a fan of hard edge, thought provoking cinema or simply looking For a film that will challenge and engage you on a deep level, Hopper is a must watch. A comprehensive in-depth review of Hopper. Hopper is an intense, gritty, and emotionally charged action drama that boldly ventures into the darker, more nuanced, and deeply personal corner of human existence. It is a complex cinematic piece that combines musical highs and tense action sequence with profound psychologically complex storytelling, exploring themes of trauma, redefining morality, and resilience in raw what is both universally relatable and deeply personal director with a keen eye for realism, emotional nuance, and narrative depth. Hoppers aim to challenge its audience both visually and intellectually, making it a multi-faced and thought-provoking cinematic experience that lingers in the mind long after the credits roll. The narrative is a masterful blend of darker human gritty dialogues and poignant characters development, hope and despair and triumph and tragedy. The characters are richly drawn and multi-personal with each one brought of to life through announced and cinematic performance that adds depth and dimensions to the story. The cinematography is breathtaking, capturing the gritty, neon-lit landscape of the city in a raw way that is both visually stunning and physically impressive, drawing the viewer into the world of the film and refusing to let go. The score is equally impressive, viewing a complex and emotionally resonant soundscape that perfectly complement the on-screen action and adds an extra layer of depth and tensions to the overall. Hooper is a cinematic tour de force that will leave audience talking, thinking, and feeling long after the credits rolls with gripping narrative complement characters and breathtaking visual. It is a must-see for fans of action, drama, and suspense and a testament to the power of cinema to inspiring, provoking, and challenge us. As a notable additions the to the pantheons to create of great action drama. Hopper was the rank of iconic film like The Dark Knight, Matrix, and Mad Max. Frui Rods commenting its a palace as a modern classic that will be remembered and be revisited for a year of come with its non-stop action, rather sharp dialogue, and heart-pumping suspense. Hopper is an initiable cinematic experience that will leave you on the edge of their seats and anxiously awaiting the next thrilling testament installment from the narrative standpoint. Hopper is a cinematic insecure tower of long-liner storytelling here. The past, present, and future interest in a complex web of narratives, threads, threads that are skillfully woven together to create a rich and engaging tapestry. The non-linear structure of the film adds an extra layer of complexity and depth to the story, keeping the viewers engaged and invested in the characters and their struggles. The supporting cast is equally impressive with a talented assembly of characters delivering nuance and empathetic performance that adds depth and dimension to the story and cinematic between and leads is valuable and their on-screen interactions are both authentic and compelling, editing an extra layer or emotional resonance of to the narrative. In terms of its themes, Hopper is a thought-provoking exploring of the human condition, lacking complex and nuanced topics like trauma, redemption, morality, and resilience in a way that is both universally relatable and deeply personal. The film's exploring of the darker corner of human nature is both unflinching and comprising reasoning of to stay away from the harsh realism of life while still offering a message of hope and redemption. Aura. Hopper is a cinematic masterpiece that will leave audience starting, thinking and feeling long after the credits roll with its graphic, narrative, complex character and breathtaking visual. It is a must-see for fans of action, drama and suspense and testament to the power of cinema to inspire, provoke and challenge us. As a final note, Hopper is a film that will resonate with the fans of non-linear storytelling, complex character and thought-provoking themes with its non-stop action, treasure, sharp dialogues and heart-pumping suspense. It is an unmissable cinematic experience that will leave viewers on the edge of their seats and absolutely awaiting the next thrilling installment. So grab some popcorn, still in the and get ready to experience one of the most mind-blowing action-packed and emotionally charged films of the year. So guys, sorry, hotspot are off and I not sorry guys, sorry. क्या है ना गाइस, मेरा हॉटस्पॉट बंद होता था जिससे नेट नहीं पकड़ता. ओके गाइस. Okay, guys, I will continue with me. I tell you this New York information. Comprehensive and in-depth review of Hopper. Hopper is an intense, gritty, and emotionally charged action drama that boldly venture into the darker, more nuanced, and deeply personal corner of human existence. It is a compelling cinematic piece that combines visual high-octane action sequence with profound, psychologically complex storytelling, exploring themes of trauma, education, morality, and resilience in a way that is both universally relatable and deeply personal. Directions with a keen eye of resilience, emotional nuance, and narrative deep to Hooper aims to challenge its audience both visually and intellectually, making it a thought-provoking and deeply unsettling experience that lingers long after the credits roll. Throughout the film, the narrative is expertly woven together by a talented ensemble cast bringing to life a complex tapestry of characters that are often flamed yet strongly compelling that the performance resonance to the story. The cinematography is equally impressive with keen attention to lighting, compositions, and camera movement that perfectly capture the gritty, non-inspiring aesthetic to the of the film. One of the standout aspects of Hopper is thoughtful explorations of the human conditions. The film tackles themes of identity, community, and search for meaning in simply a meaningless world, presenting a complex, often contrasting portrayal of human nature that is both profoundly moving and deeply disturbing. The film's use of non-linear storytelling, the fragmented narrative structure add to the sense of discrimination and using mirroring the disappointed, fragment nature of the human experience. The film's sound design is equally impressive with keen attention to details and willingness to push the boundaries of what is acceptable in mainstream cinema. The core is a masterful blend of electronics and orchestral elements, perfectly capturing the mood and atmosphere of each sketch and adding an extra layer of emotionally depth to the narratives. Overall, Hooper is thought-provoking, deeply unsettling film that is not for the faint of heart. It is challenging, visually stunning, and emotionally charged experience that will leave even the most seasoned filmmakers questions their assumptions and revolving their understanding of the world with its complex nuanced storytelling, impressive cinematography, and outstanding performance of is a must-see for anyone interested in exploring the darker corner of the human experience. And yet, despite its many strengths, Hopper's is not without its flaws. The plum pacing can be noisy, adding an extra layer from and yet despite its many strengths, Hopper is not without its flaws. The film pacing can be uneven at times with scans feeling overly long and other feeling more fully beautifully and this development. The film's themes can also feel overly simplistic, times failing to fully delve into the complexity and nuance of the human experience. Over this are minor occupations in what is otherwise deeply impressive and thought-provoking film with its bold and comprehensively visions uh, delegates to push the boundaries of what is acceptable in mainstream cinema. Hopper is a film that will leave a lasting impact on anyone who see it. It is a film that will challenge, provoke, and disturb, but ultimately it is a film that will also inspire, provoke, and deeply move. In the end of Hoppers is a film that will leave you thinking long after the credits roll. It is a film that will stay with you hunting or thought and refusing to get let go. It is a film that will make you question your education, challenge your perspectives, and ultimately it is a film that will leave you change forever. And so, if you are looking for a film that will challenge you, disturb you, and ultimately inspire you, then look no fortune and Hooper. It is a film that is not for the faint or of heart, but it is film that will be remembered for years to come. It is a film that will leave lasting impact on anyone who sees it, and it is a film that will be talked about for generations to come. In short, Hooper is a masterpiece of modern cinema, a film that is both whimsical, high octane thrill ride and deeply thought-provoking explorations of the human condition. It is a film that will leave you on the edge of your seat, your heart pounding is your chest, and your mind acting with questions and emotions. It is a film that will disturb. It in the end, Hopper in is a film that will leave you think long after the credits roll. It is a film that will stay with you, hunting your thought and refusing to let go. It's a film that will make you question your Assume patience, challenge your perceptions, and ultimately it is a film that will leave you changed forever. And so, if you're looking for a film that will change you, disrupt you, and ultimately inspire you, then look no further than Hopper. It is a film that is not for the faint of heart, but it is a film that will be remembered for years to come. It is a film that will leave a lasting impact on anyone who see in it, and it's a film that will be talked about for generations to come. In short, Hopper is a masterpiece of modern cinema, a film that is both with circles, high octane thrill ride, and daily thought provoking exploration of the human condition. It is a film that will leave you on the edge of your seat, your heart pounding in your chest, and your mind racing with questions and emotion. It is a film that will disturb, provoke, and ultimately inspire you, and it is a film that will stay with you forever. The ultimate, most exhaustive and loaded review of Hopper. Hopper is an absolute purity force of filmmaking, monumental, nerve-wracking and non-stop, adrenaline-fueled cinematic experience that plunges viewer into a nightmare's neon. A universe where cosmology and human forces collide in a magnificent display of native ignority. When subtle visual and nouns performance, and it is a film that navigates the nouns of human nature with intuition, honesty, and unwavering sense of realism, and an unbelievable dedicated to storytelling that is both nourishing and nourishing to the mid, the heart, and the senses. From the very first frame, Hopper grabs you with uh, hypnotic, hyper stylized aesthetic, and unexpected blend of gritty realism and surreal, almost dystopian visual that creates a universal to widely rendered that is feel tangible, tangible enough to touch, to test, and to experience on a visceral level. The geometry is nothing short of outstanding, with each not meticulous crafted to empty the narrative tensions, to highlight the emotional states of the characters, and to embrace the viewers in the world that is beautiful as it brutal, as memorizing as it menacing. The story itself is a non-line announce and nerve tracking narrative that navigates through multiple layers of time, space, and perspective, constructing a complex web of interactive stories, characters, and themes that challenge the viewers to think, to reflect, and to question everything they thought they know about morality, justice, and renovation. It is a narration that is intricate as it is intense and layered as it's lightning fast and as thought-provoking as its nerve-wracking. The characters is Hopper are nothing short of remarkable noble nouns and deeply human in their flaws, their fears, and their moments. Each character is portrayed with a depth that makes them feel protagonist is particular is to the force of acting and involutions of resistance, vulnerability, and raw nerve who navigates a curious landscape of violence, betrayals, and moral ambiguity with relentless, nerve-wracking determinations that keeps you on edge, needling every nuance, every subtle shift in motions, every internal conflict. The supporting cast complement this masterful performance with equally compelling not portrayals, each actress adding their own unique flavor, nuance, and nerve to the story, enriching the tapestry of Hopper with layers of complexity, tension, and authentic human emotions. Their chemistry is palpable, their interactions electric, and their journey intertwined in ways they are both mind-blowing and emotionally resonate. The film's sound designs and the score are equally extraordinary, with a hypothetic hunting soundtrack that complement the visual aesthetic, perfectly creating an atmosphere that is simultaneous, nerve-wracking, nostalgic, and surreal. The sound effects are meticulous, craft amplifying every much universe to hope. Score twisting, relentless rhythm keep your nerve on edge, amplifies every twist, every turns, and every revelation way with nerve-wracking precious and its visual and auditory excellence. Hopper is a narrative that delves into the nouns of morality, navigating themes of nihilism, redemption, revenge, and resistance with nerve-wracking honesty that will make you question your own perceptions of right and wrong. It's a film that refuses to provide easy answer, instead asking through the nerve-wracking question that linger longer after the credits roll. How far will you go for revenge and redemption? We found in the darkest of palace, its morality just mirrors in a world one made. Film's editing is tight, nerve-wracking, and relentlessly paced with every cut, everything transitions, every minute is designed to heighten the tensions building suspense and deepens the emotional impact. The pacing is deliberate yet relentless, never waiving your moment to breathe, never letting you settle, always keeping on the edge of your seat, never frying with each passing second. Moreover, Hopper is a film that not afraid to challenge its audience, challenging their perceptions, their educations, and their comfort zone. It confronts you with uncomfortable truth, unsettling images, and nerve-wracking dilemmas that force you to recognize what you think you know about morality, justice, and human resilience. It's a film that proves boundaries nobody boldly and bravely. I am in going through elements itself into the realm of cinematic art that is intriguing, stimulating as it is emotionally devastating in terms of themes. Hopper is a nerve-wracking meditation on trauma, resilience, and education. Nerve-wracking explorations of how human beings navigate, choose the corrupted, and closely of their environment after embracing better but unbroken scarred but still standing. It's a film that explores the depth of despair as well as the high to hope, often within the same scans, creating a complex, nerve-wracking contrast that make it all the more powerful and unforgettable. The film's conclusion is as nerve-wracking as its ethic, offering no easy answers, no eat visualizing, just raw, unfiltered reflection of life shows a haunting reminder of human resistance and provocative question that leave the human pondering long after the screen shows dark. What would you do in their palace? Would you serve? Would you break? Would you find resolutions of your succumbs to the darkness? In the end, Hopper is more than just a film, it's experience and emotional roller a nerve-wracking audition into the darkest, most complex corner of the human soul. In it's a film that demands your attention, your reflection, and your nerve. It's a film that will challenge, disturb, and inspire you, living and any levels mark on your mind, your heart, and your soul. So guys, how are you in comments? The most nerve-wracking and loaded, never-ending and announced review of Hopper. Hopper is absolutely nerve-wracking, non-stop, nerve-jangling, and narratively announced masterpiece that navigates throughout a nightmare world you heard of inspiring visual nerve-wracking tensions and narratively in, in, intricate storytelling that challenge, confront, and compels its views in way mm, few films never have. It's nerve-wracking, never testing explorations of the human condition, navigating the nature of human's existence, navigating the nefarious and the nobles and nihilism, nerve-wracking and periodless nature of morality in a world John made from the very first nerve-wracking second. Hopper pulls you into its neon, its nightmares universe, where every shadow, every flickers light, and every whisper of sound seems designed to unsettling, to challenge, and to provoke. The film's cinematography is nothing short to nerve-wracking, brilliant, and unexpected blend of gritty realism and serial, almost hypothetic visual that create a universal to greatly adapted to materials drafted that is impossible to look away. Every shot, every frame, every angles it carefully crafted to heighten the tension, to amplify the emotional stakes, and to create a sensible experience that thrills and tangles as its territory terrifying. The narrative structure of Hopper is laboring on of non-linear storytelling, a nerve-wracking maze of interconnected stories, characters, and themes that weave together in the way that is both boundary and breaking. Its narrative that refuses to follow a straightforward path, instead options for non-linear of a fragmented approach that mirror the disjointed, nerve-wracking nature of the character's inner world and external realities. Its storytelling style that demands your attention, your patience, and your nerve as you navigate through layers of time, space, and perspective is relentless moral wrecking than the most. The last twist is twist more tantalizing and terrifying. The character is Hopper are nothing short of wrecking nerves, flame, fracture, and fearfully human. They are portraits with performances that are raw, natural, and striking with the emotional authenticity, making them feel as real as the shadow they inhabit. The protagonist, in particular, is a nerve-wracking tour de force of acting in implications of resistance, vulnerability, and raw nerve that keeps you on the edge of your seat, constantly questioning whether they are a hero or a villain, savior, a sinner, and with us, redemption is even possible in a world so dark and deadly. Supporting characters are equally compelling, each adding their own layer of complexity. nouns and nerve to the story. Their interactions wrestles with the intense. Their chemistry calcify every scans and their internal struggle mirror the overarching themes of the film, navigating the treacherous trains of morality and morality. The dialogues are sharp, often nerve-wrackingly honest, unloaded with subtext, making every consideration, every confirmation, every silence a nerve-wracking dance of meaning and miscommunications. The sound design and score are nothing short of extraordinary and enhancing, hunting and nerve-wracking symphony that amplifies every heartbeat, every whisper, and every gunshot. The sound effect are materials crafted to heighten the tensions, every secret, every issue, every distant silent ending to the nerve-wracking atmosphere. The score, a blustering blend of electronic and orchestral element, is nerve-wrackingly relentless, driven the narrative forward with a hypothetic rhythm that keeps your nerve beyond its visual and auditory mystery. Hopper is a deeply philosophical nerve, practically meditations individual episode or merely marriage, whether redemption can be found in the darkest of palace and wealth. Unflinchingly examine these themes with nerve-wracking honesty, forcing you to confront uncomfortable truth about themselves and the world they inhabit. The ending of Hooper is a nerve-wracking marvel. Each cut, each transition, each montage expertly designed to build suspense, to deepen emotional impact, and to keep the audience on a nerve-wracking roller coaster ride. It's pacing a deliberate yet relentless nerve, giving you a moment to breathe, to recover, or to relax. Instead, it pushes you, propelling you through a maze of nerve-wracking revelations, each more intense than the past. Last until the final nerve-wracking crescendo. The ending of Hopper is nerve-wracking as it's profound as open-ended until you reflect on the life choose and its secure, unpredictable nature. Leave you with more questions than answer, more doubt than certainty, and a lingering sense of unease that will haunt your thought to. In conclusion, Hopper is more than just a film, it's an experience, a nerve-wracking, nerve-testing, nerve-tightening audience that makes you sleep deep into the dark, dangerous, and predictable corner of the human cycle. It is a film that demands your nerve, your attention, and your reflections. It is a challenge you to confront your own fears, your own morality, and Resistance, it is a film that will leave you haunted, tense, and deeply disturbed, but yet also profoundly inspiring if you are brave or if you are nerve or if you are ready. ओके गाइस, आज के लिए इतना ही। आज बहुत हुआ, आज बिना रुके इतना सारा रिव्यू किया। थैंक यू गाइस फॉर सपोर्ट। थैंक यू। ओके बाय, टाटा।